Who doesn't love summer camps? No one can resist the promise of s'mores and swimming in the lakes and hours of exploration in the woods and nature. I want to welcome you to a retreat in the mountains of Mongolia, the magic. I am Tonya D, a holistic shaman, medium, and otherworldly life coach and subtle energetic surgeon. I'm extending an invitation for you to experience the serenity of Mongolia's majestic mountains, lush hills, relaxing in a peaceful atmosphere of a traditional Mongolian temple, surrounded by the warmth, the glow of the crackling bonfires. Join us for an unforgettable experience as we explore the ancient culture of Mongolia, wild horses, sand dunes, nomadic ritual, shamans, villages, the origins, exploring the beauty of Mongolia's unique landscape, discovering the power of living in the present moment. Check out the itinerary for this retreat at club.tonyad.tv/Mongolian retreat. The Magic of Mongolia retreat promises a bewitching brew of spine-chilling tales of the supernatural, everlasting bonds of friendship, gastronomic delights, impromptu serenades, brave adventures, moments that we're going to leave you forever enlightened. Sign up today. Space is limited for only a few heartfelt magical beings, and I'll see you on the other side coming August. Inshallah and Ashe. I am super excited about that. But blessings to you, my energetic beings. It is a Wizardry of Wednesday. And have you or did you open the door to a higher path of living, excelling, and bringing spirit as a conduit into your essence? Just utilizing your spiritual awareness, your intuitive gifts, your consciousness, and all the things. So while I am waiting for people to hop on, join us for the live stream, listen to the replay, really taking a breath and a pause. The divine pathway, the ancient wisdom in our bones that we have gained up to this point, into this moment, this momentum, is actually in direct alignment. It's a contributing ingredient to the decisions that we're making in this choreography of our lives. Like, what are we scripting, writing? What is the choreograph? So you may still be integrating what you opened up your heart to during and even after the energy of the full moon. But we're now in this cycle, or the presence of making a decision, a commitment, learning a lesson, or maybe the rebuilding of our structuring. Saturn in our subconscious realm, our spiritual acumen. Hopefully we are sensing the spiritual essence, creating kind of more structure, possibly creating bones, the backbone taking form, literally re-choreographing our spine. So it's time to take the stage, take a stand, walking our spiritual talk. So you may be soaking up literally some millet, the element of water, if you will, our emotions. By design, our emotions, our decisions are kind of aligned, being committed to a heartfelt feeling. Journaling is a magical way, or talking to yourself, just saying, about the emotions that you want to feel or something new that you want to experience within them. So one expression sometimes is enough, like just saying, I'm connected, I am loved, just one word, even petition. You could actually use that in a ritual, just put the word petition on a piece of paper, but use it, you could do Post-it notes if you want. Bless them, be grateful, walk by them and shower them with water to cleanse them and reconcile them. Water is actually a great conduit, a ritual of water, going into the waters, going into the snow, just praying or invoking and allowing spirit to really hear you, petitioning the divine, and going to your universal altar. What I find curious is like heartfelt commitment to our higher self. What would our higher self, our spiritual self, our Sira, what we look like on the other side, what would our Sira be doing if we had changed positions? Like chess, I guess, the game of chess. So with that, welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman, medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. I'm a reflector in human design. By design, I guess. I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is actually emerging, a combination of them all. My intention is to utilize the indigenous technologies, the rising of our origins, the elemental realm, the imaginal into our original divine blueprint to navigate our soul's harmonic through these realms cascading sometimes, feeling like we're sinking in waters. I don't know. But we've got the crown online along with some other special centers, of course. But bringing us into these dimensions and realms and whatever you want to call it, really, gateways, cosmos, all the things. I really do utilize offerings, prescriptions, and rituals to kind of wake up our soul self, bring us back to our origins. They're generally the otherworldly kind to really add to your main stage, your container. Rituals for me are the origin. They really are food for our soul, activating our personal medicine, our prime directive, our gift and purpose. There's a lot of people that are in transformation right now, which it's the energy of the year. Just so our light shines brighter, shining us up even like a shiny penny. My name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channels, please do, YouTube or otherwise. I do have a Musing with Tonya D podcast, a lot of great interviews this season. A lot of great interviews this season. I have a new podcast coming out tomorrow, which I think you're going to love that one as well. But today is kind of a divine connection day. The crown is online during the season of Pisces. I do have a fun little image just because we're in it. The crown online, Saturn, right? And we've had like this divine access, especially during the full moon, an extra boost of that divine connection if you're streaming that in. So we take what we choreographed yesterday and then we like own it. We commit to the transmission, the download, the structure, having faith. I would also call in Sandalphon. I always like to tune into those messages as well. And give a shout out. I always like to do a voice of acknowledgement to new people entering my village, my community. A voice of acknowledgement that I do see you. I saw you this morning. I'm not sure who jumped in on the show, but I appreciate that. I always like to notice who's arriving, new subscribers. Thank you. And of course, those of you that do tune in to my show daily and have been part of my journey since the beginning, it really does take a village, a tribe, and we're all in this, the cosmic soup. So again, gratitude and blessings to you and for you as always. And again, those that tune into the replay, if you don't mind commenting as well. And if you don't mind hitting the bell button along with the white rabbit so you're notified when I do go live. An optimistic venue. Just remember a comment if you feel you are in need of a message. Sharing is just another way of paying it forward. It really is a gratitude blessing, right? It doesn't cost anything to hit the share button organically. Of course, you could also find me on other social channels, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic reflecting assistant. You truly are your own healer, but sometimes we need somebody to get us out of our own magical way, myself included. So that's kind of what I do with different soul service. And the daily snippet. What is this all about? The cosmic insights, the planets doing the dance in the sky, the cosmic sky. And by design, being a reflector, I follow the moon through the gates. A lot of hanging gates there are. So that's just, actually, I'm doing it all over again. It's a whole cycle. It's a season. And the elementals. The reason I love the elementals and the 4 pillars is by design. I can see your missing link and actually assist you in utilizing that element to bring balance. Usually through healing. That's kind of what I do with that most of the time. Along with the subtle energy centers, because they're connected. They're all connected. All of this is actually connected. Along with the channels and the pathways and our auric fields. Really scrubbing the auric fields lately. And on Monday, if you tuned into the Monday show, I shared 4 messages from the Fae. Be sure to go back and tune in. It was like I almost had a message for every day of this week. So if you were to go back, that would mean that the singer of the chalice was our message for the full moon, just saying. And then today, I believe we had Indy. Indy's a great little character. So go back and listen to that. So were you or did you have some inner awareness over the weekend? And before the full moon, that kind of streaming in, that you may have felt a little bit more uncertain, maybe in the void, detached, maybe more unmotivated, felt like you were wasting airspace. I don't know, all of the things. Something to that effect. But now we are kind of reversing the trend, maybe having an organic, natural sense of just being ready, quickening, taking on a sense of responsibility. So just knowing that we are in charge of our lives, it's important not to overcommit by design, going back to kind of the idea of Goldilocks and the three bears, you want the one that's just right in the commitment. So you kind of have to take a stand and be still. So in our awarenesses, we're kind of in a place where we are in charge of the direction that our heart wishes to flow. Where do we want to flow in life? What's the direction that you're able to really commit to that's in design for your heart, your gift, your purpose, that elevates your inner along with your spiritual energy in life, wherever that is for each and every one of us? That might be different. And it's whatever where we excel in order to kind of elevate. So we've been in this experience of spirit, experiencing spirit. We all experience spirit differently. So what is the benefit of the divine connection? Just integrating and processing to that excelling level. So all of this is coming to the core. It's made its way around the village, but now it's in the center by design. And the evidence is in this awareness, along with having inner spirit integration. Things have to be integrated. It doesn't happen overnight. So this will, this cosmic will, is moving in a direction that we're like heartfelt ready to commit to. But it's also in sacred space, like holding that alignment of the sacred. The wills or these ingredients would be more compassionate to yourself, be more non-judgmental, have mercy, forgiveness, unconditional love is really probably number one of yourself, of self inside yourself, and the world also around you. So when we have that inside of us, it kind of beacons outside of us. So these elements, these ingredients, will be this divine aspect, trusting and having faith in the unknown and the knowing of that, and raising our spiritual field, I would say our auric fields, even our awareness to that excelling place above the grid, the cosmic grid, higher and excelling higher and brighter. It's even having a panoramic view of our highest and our greatest good, the highest good of all. So this is not a moment of doing any self-sacrifice in any way. Ultimately, if you're able to have that inner heart stage of faith, filling faith into the core of our inner divine selves, and take a heartfelt commitment, like literally taking a bow in the mirror and just saying I do to yourself, standing in your heart center, holding faith as that prime directive, something that you really heartfelt feel that you are able to discern and commit to, something that really excels your life. It's the element of surprise that then expands our auric fields everywhere we go, not just day to day, but out into the world. So what creates a field of sacred space for you? That's pretty what I'm going with. So just a few announcements, literally just a few. I do have a new podcast episode out tomorrow, but be sure to tune into Csongor Daniel, however, that's still on the highway, my Musing with Tonya D podcast. He's an engineer shifting to bioenergy healing. You can listen on Apple, Spotify, or just go to my website, tonyad.tv. And of course, you saw the Mongolian adventure. This is not a luxury adventure by any means. This is more of a traveler going indigenous. August of this year, traveling with the shamans of Mongolia, the indigenous medicine people, pretty private and secluded if you're interested. We're limiting space to the maximum is 15 people. So it's very small group. 10 would be optimal, but 10 to 15 will be perfect too. And Sundays, I did start doing a secret mystery guest, a 4 pillars chart. So again, if you're having some cosmic, I don't know what I would say. I don't know if you're interested in being a mystery guest on my live show. No one's going to know who you are. On the Rising of the Origins, just comment below, and I will send you the link to connect and fill out that form to be a secret mystery guest. But today on the Elemental Highway, speaking of the Elemental Highway, let's get rid of that. Boy, I did pretty good. How was yesterday? With not only the energy of the full moon, Virgo style, but we also had, if you remember, we had all those rabbits in the 4 pillars because I brought in the hour. So I brought in the hour of when the full moon apexed. So if you were able to innovate ideas that produce something like rabbits, that was kind of the message there. Just kind of musing that out loud. But today we have a Yin Wood day, similar to all of those rabbits, by the way. So you may find a place where you do belong, like your tribe has arrived with all these. This is a very yin day. It's a Yin Wood day, Master. It's a great day for real people. Maybe you're kinder to yourself, all that yin energy. Yin wood next to each other, two rabbits still producing, right? That's what rabbits do. We do have energy of water, yin water again. Have that all year long, but the energy of water feeding nature, all that wood. And we do need metal to do some of the pruning. We got a lot of nature out there to create or make decisions. That's what wood does for nature. And remember, yin energy is like the more you trim it, the more it grows. It's like vines, they just get more robust. They could create a wall, climb a tree, climb to the sky, Jack and the Beanstalk style. I don't know. But yeah, just fine tuning. It's fine tuning all that yin wood. But you really want a real arborist. I just want to say that out loud. I thought I'd hired a real arborist to trim my tree last year. Not so. They were just tree hackers. So do your homework. I have branches that are just breaking because they gave my tree a bad haircut by design. So by metal, right? Venus is metal. Venus is beauty. It's accepting, it's opening, it's all the things. Courage, be courageous. Use your voice. Take your idea, mainstream even. Write it down, journal it, talk to yourself. This is an action to take with all the wood. Yin wood is a competitor to a yang wood person. So if your day master is yang wood, you may have some competitors that come out of the woodwork, so to speak. Set a goal. The ox is soil and water. Water in the ox branch there is yin water again. So our yin water from the heavenly stems is rooted. And we do have metal in storage there, the hour of the goat, that gets released. So we do have a little bit of metal. But our day, if you haven't noticed, it's all inward. It's all yin. Everything is yin, from the stems, the branches, lots of yin inward energy, inner peace, inner love, inner joy, inner nurturing, inner kindness. And it may be wise to bring all that inner yin to the outer world, because too much of one thing is not so good. We got to bring it out into the world. So use your authentic voice, speak your spiritual truths, using a faith-held action, believing in yourself, believe in your message. Yang energy is also what's needed. So I would do yang metal, yang fire. Like I had a bunch of candles all over my house yesterday for the full moon, and outside, mind you. Stones, ancient wisdom of our bones. So yeah, I had candles, 3 outside. I was like looking at the energy of my house, in the center of my house, my ancestors. I had candles kind of going all over. Still kind of do, actually. And tune into Saturn today. What is Saturn bringing to the forefront? What are you holding sacred or non-sacrificial space for? Maybe you're reconciling something, listening to your heart. I would actually take notice because Saturn's just entered into Pisces. Your intuitive gifts, your psychic abilities, discerning, they're all interconnection to this divine. That's kind of what's happening to make these decisions. Like the divine is assisting us to make sure that everything's in alignment, serving our highest and greatest good for not just ourselves, but all. So if you have been in the process or integrating an aspect or an ingredient within your life, connecting to spirit, this comes with a huge karmic kind of story, a history, his story of it all. The energy today may be your greatest turning point, like snapping your fingers, turning on a dime, like going through those spinny doors, if you know what I'm talking about. So what is the most important part? Literally being authentic to yourself, heart-centric, genuine, to what it is that you can commit to that's going to escalate that spiritual acumen in your life, in your day-to-day world. It might be prophetic, so it could be profound, escalating, turning on the dime, flicking the switch. So it's kind of like, in doing so, we begin budding the spring, the rabbits, new spiritual growth, just budding, literally bursting through the soil of the earth. That's kind of what's happening here. So sacred space to honor yourself, serving who are you serving? Serving yourself first, your gift and your purpose. The evolving, ever-evolving soul in your spirit. It really is to thine own self, be true first. Often we sacrifice our soul for the others, but we need to put the oxygen mask on ourselves first. So I would literally affirm that I am committed to the divine heart's path, whatever that is, and knowing that we are all connected. I am connected. Like anytime you feel like you don't belong, that's kind of what I go right to. for my highest and greatest good of myself and others, just connecting with the divine. So, with that, if this show inspires you in any magical way, I'm sure it did. If you could subscribe or share my show out to the universe, greatly appreciated, and blessings. And I will see you tomorrow afternoon. Ashe, blessings, as always.
Like, what's
Well,
your philosophy on that?
very easily. I mean, my whole goal, as I said, my purpose is to teach so many people to do it. And I've done seminars, lectures, it wasn't enough. I published 3 books on the subject. One is a children's book from several years ago. My oldest daughter was 2 years old when I was working on grandpa's knees. Well, one knee. He had painful knees. And she walked up to us and started mimicking my moves. And it was all funny and cute, a little 2-year-old doing it. And then grandpa went, wait a second, I can feel her. I can feel it, just like the other side. And she mimicked the same moves. We pulled off the pain. There are specific moves, literally just, minutes, and it's